What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to Star Boys Network, and I am your host, Zach White. You can feel it. You can feel it. Fall is in the air. That beautiful gust of wind has come in, and it is time, and football season is back tomorrow night as we go down to Raymond James Stadium to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hey, there's been a lot of negativity about what's going on with Zach Martin and him being out right now due to COVID protocol. And it's looking like that's not going to happen unless he manages to fly in from a parachute in the middle of the game and starts. So there is some nerves to be had about that, but it's not the end of the world, okay? There is still plenty of ways to win this game. Is it a concern? Of course it is a concern, but my 4 keys to victory this week, we got to start it off. Let it fly. Let it fly. You got Dak Prescott back there, and he's going to be doing some Dak Prescott things. Yeah, we know he's coming back from the injury and then the rust with the shoulder issue that he had on his throwing arm, but that's all behind us now. It's time to let it fly, all right? You have to get the ball out quick, and I'm hoping that Mike McCarthy has developed a really good game plan for the Tampa Bay Bucs and that number one run-stopping defensive team that they had last year. So be prepared. Be prepared to see plenty of fireworks, a lot of throwing, quick throws. Get it out as fast as you can because you know they're coming. They're going to be bring special blitzes, and of course, put something to that side, right? Put extra protection to that side in the place where Zach Martin may be out. Put an extra tight end over there. Put Ezekiel Elliott over there. Tony Pollard. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm hoping to see. Not so much scrambling and running from Dak. We don't want to see that for a good little while. But ball is ball, and you got to play. But that brings me to my next point. If all these things go right, you're throwing the ball, you got to be able to get it out quickly. You're going to have some protection, right? So you got to win the trench. You got to win the trench. You got big Lyle Collins out there. He's back. He is healthy. He's in for us. So that's a great thing. And then you got Tyron Smith on the other side, which is also a positive. Connor McGovern, you know, he came in places in spurts last season when Zach Martin was out, and he played pretty well against some really good defenses. So we'll see what happens with that. But as I said, bring that extra protection. Do what you got to do to make that gel, to make it work. You got Tyler Biotish there. Hopefully he has a really strong season. We're hoping to see a lot from him as well as Connor Williams. So we're going to find out what this team is really made about, and it starts in the trenches. But it doesn't start on the trenches on the offensive side of the ball. It starts in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball, which brings me to my next key for victory. Unleash Dan Quinn. Unleash Dan Quinn. Dan the man. Let him do his work. This guy's coming here. We got some really good draft picks that he's picked up, and yes, they're rookies, but some of them are starting to shine, right? So there is some deficiencies there, especially at that cornerback position when you're talking about having Anthony Brown back out there on the other side. We know Diggs looks like he's continued to progress through the offseason, running off of his rookie campaign, so there's a lot of hope involved in that. But this defensive line, right? That's where it really starts. It's this defensive line. You have DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory back out on the field together. That's going to be a beautiful thing to see them fully healthy, fully producing. And then you got guys like Bohanna, Brent Urban, and Osa Odighizuwa, some of these young rookies coming in at the defensive tackle position that are going to make plays. They're going to be game changers, and I feel that. I really do. I feel that. I feel Osa Odighizuwa is going to have a phenomenal season with us as a rookie. I think he's really going to stand out. But then we go back to that linebacking core, and we got some beasts back there. We got a lion back there, and he is ready. He cannot be tamed, all right? He's ready to get on the field. He's ready to get some hits on Tom Brady, and that's exactly what you're going to have to do. You need to be prepared for Tom Brady. You got to get him off of his game. In order to do that, you got to put him on his ass. And we need to see plenty of that in this game. That's very important. I can't push the emphasis on that enough, but unleash Dan Quinn. Let him do what Dan Quinn does, and that's get his players prepared and ready to play phenomenally, and that's what's going to happen. My next key to victory is to protect the rock. You got to protect the rock, man. If you're going to win the games, you got to protect the rock. We had plenty of issues with that last season, and there can be none of that. There can be none of that this game. These guys won a Super Bowl for a reason, right? It's all the little things. It's the details, the penalties, protecting the rock. That is so important. Zeke fumbling, we can't have that happening. We can't have that happening. We can't afford for any of that to happen. And again, that goes back to the trenches, and that's really where it all stands, is you got to get protection as much as you can, especially now at that right guard spot. But there's a lot to look forward to in this game. The matchups are really good. When you think about our receivers against their cornerbacks, I think that's those matchups really favor us. I think that's our point of attack, and especially at that slot cornerback position for them. So I think that we can really take advantage of that. But we're going to have to get the ball out quick, as I said. And the defensive side of the ball, Anthony Brown, it's going to be a rough go. It's going to be a rough go against their receivers. And I'm expecting a air raid type game. Things change, obviously, every time people are expecting, big plays. These guys are also, it's the first game back, right? It's the first game of the season. So there's going to be a little bit of rust on both sides. So we might not see as much as we thought we would. But we're still going to see plenty of action. There's too many playmakers on this field. And I'm really hoping that we can get to Tom Brady quick and often, enough to throw him off his game, because we're going to need it, because our secondary is going to need that help. So I'm excited. As should you be. It's going to be a beautiful night. All things Cowboys. We got our guy Daryl up there in Raymond James Stadium. He will be there tomorrow at the game. We'll be doing a halftime show with the crew, the Double XO show. That's Cam and that's Daryl. So make sure that you tune into that. It's going to be a great halftime report. We're going to be all hyped up. So make sure you got your gear on. And also special news that we have today, and that was adding our guys Adam Y and Mark D from Talking Boys with the Boys podcast to the Star Boys Network. So make sure you stay tuned to all of the stuff that they have going on over there. Again, they're part of the team, so we're going to be sharing all the content. Make sure you go to our website, starboysnetwork.com, and make sure to check out all the amazing content that we have coming out for you guys. It's going to be very exciting, man. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go, Cowboys. Silence the cannons.